Hi, I'm Kristen Zook, and this is my intro video for technology in the classroom, one of my favorite subjects. Um, Little introduction about me. This is my family. That is my husband, Chris, who is also in education. He's a principal at a pretty large high school. And then those are our four kids, and that's Riley, who is 18 and just graduated. And Liam and Libby are both 14 and are going to be freshmen in high school. And then Kenna, our youngest, is 12 and she's going into seventh grade. So we're a pretty busy family and lots of education focus. Little more about just me. I grew up in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. I went all through school there. Here actually. I got my bachelor's degree from Emporia State in secondary education, with my focus being in biology. So I am a science teacher. And then I got my master's degree from Baker University back when we didn't really pick a focus. My focus was education. I've taught in Shawnee Mission for 17 years. I started out as a science teacher. I taught a variety of science courses, grades 9 through 12. And then a few years ago, about 5 years ago, I became a technology trainer along with teaching. So I did that also when we became a one-to-one district. And so it was great. I got to do a lot of training with Apple and then some training on integration in the classroom, and was able to work with teachers. And that was really when I decided that I thought I wanted to do something more where I could support teachers and therefore support more students. I then became an instructional coach, and so I worked in all 6 of our high schools in the district, traveling school to school, working with teachers, which was really a great experience for me and has been. I've been doing that for the last 3 years. Just now I will be starting a new position as the district coordinator for curriculum and instruction at the secondary level. I'm really excited about that opportunity. As far as innovative ideas and technological resources, it is something I'm really passionate about, and I feel like it allows access to all kinds of different learning for our students, and our staff. Really, we can do a lot more deeper learning. We can learn a lot more, and we can spend more time creating, is what I really think that the focus has been recently, because we can focus on skills beyond just the knowledge level. So we don't always have to just rely on what we as the teacher know. We can send our kids in different directions to learn from others who are more experts in other areas. There is information available at all times. So our students can always have access to things that before we couldn't give them access to. And I like that we can give experiences for our students. So they can do virtual field trips, they can collaborate with people in other countries. There's just so much that they can do, and we can create more experiences with these kinds of things. And then from the student perspective, I really like that it's a very focused, these kinds of resources in the technology we have now really let students think about what they can create, and gives them more opportunities to think, how can I show what I know, rather than always just doing the same thing that we grade everyone the same way. And I think that for our learners and for my 4 children, and also for the students that I've been working with over all these years, the things that we consider innovative are not innovative to our learners. That's just how they learn, and that's just how they do life these days. And so for them, this is really just us teaching them in the way that they learn best. And I feel like right now really feel strongly that our next focus, at least here in our district, needs to be on making the technology seamless. That the learning isn't just about the technology is how we allow students access to learning. And I think that is slowly growing as the teachers become more comfortable. And then also, something that I've personally used this with a lot is just that continued professional growth and having those improvement opportunities all the time to admin and teachers. We can learn from each other better. We can watch classrooms, hear what other teachers are doing. We can collaborate with other people all over the place, whether or not we're in the same area. And so I think this has just been really a positive thing for everybody. As far as my use of technology, I love using technology, all different kinds of technology. I used it a lot when I was in the classroom with students, really because I just wasn't afraid to try it. And so I did a lot of things with students, and now I work a lot with teachers and how they're going to use technology in the classroom. And so I've really enjoyed helping other people experience that as well. I put a few pictures on here just of some of the different ways that we've used it this past year. Students in some engineering classes, being able to create things using different programs, students in lab classes that are able to use our traditional things like microscopes and things, but then being able to transfer their pictures, transfer their data, transfer all of their things, and share it and present it and teach others. Doing different collaborative things. Doing in this one they're doing mock interviews, so they're able to just have access to a lot of different things. One of the assignments there is for calculus. And so being able to do things the traditional way, but then take it further, take it steps further and put it into different software programs. Students have used it a lot to research, to create, collaborating. We are a Google school, our district is, and so that's really been a good opportunity for them to all share together. And then also just a lot of the virtual experiences that students have been able to have, whether it's, like I said, whether it's field trips or whether it's like doing virtual labs so they can see things they wouldn't normally have access to. Teachers are starting to use some virtual reality in classrooms, and that's been great. And then also things like online courses, allowing students to get the credits that they need and get the experiences that they need. And then my plan, kind of with my new job moving forward, I think that we've built a really good foundation in our district on student knowledge and teacher knowledge on just how to use the technology, the functioning, what we can actually have access to, what we can do with it. And so now I feel like the focus for me moving forward and for the team that I'm on is really focusing on the instructional practices, and how we use technology integration and blended learning in the classrooms more effectively and more efficiently, as we are also looking at just the course standards. But we're really going to increase student achievement the more that we can blend those together. And so I really would like to see more professional learning opportunities around that, around the best practices, having teachers share with each other, and having them have more access to that learning, whether it's creating videos to share with each other or just sharing different ideas and lessons, but also showing what's working for students in the classroom by looking at student achievement data and showing what kinds of technology is working, what having students do different things, what's working the best. And then also we're going through a lot of resource adoptions right now, and those are all very they're not textbooks. We're getting very few books. There's a lot more of they're through platforms. Students will be accessing them through their computers, through their devices. And so having more training for teachers on how to still be really strong with instruction using those different kinds of tools and resources that are available to them so that they're comfortable with it and that students can be achieving at even higher levels. As far as budget, how would funding play a role in that? It definitely would, in terms of how much training we can provide for teachers, in terms what kinds of resources we can get, things like that. So just working within that budget would obviously be an important piece, but I'm really excited about the direction that we're going. I'm really excited about what I'm going to learn from everybody in this class and just how I can build on some of my ideas or adapt them to fit what we learn is better. So I'm really excited and looking forward to working with all of you.